What's up, everybody? This is Ben and Zach. We are the District Spotlight, your premier platform for independent music.
On this episode, we have Indie Star's Best Local Musical Artist of 2019, singer-songwriter and shredder on the guitar, Bobby Donnelly. What's up, Bobby?
What's up,
How's it
Bobby?
going, guys? Good to see you.
Going well. Right on, man. So is there anything that you've done recently that you're excited about? Any new shows that you got going on?
Yeah, recently been making, well, actually, just like we talked about before this, yesterday, just wrote, the song of the summer casually. So stay tuned for that in like May or June. I don't know. But yeah, been working just with a lot of local musicians, with Dan Giffen from Philia, with Alex Frank, just really trying to like collaborate while I'm like recording my own stuff, basically.
Cool. I actually got in on that live video last night on Instagram.
I know, I saw you there. Yeah.
I love
Yeah, so I was there for it. It was kind of tight. It was kind of tight. It reminded me of like old 80s hip summer, going to a camp, something like that. It was cool, man. It was cool. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I don't know. I've never been a big like New Year's resolution guy. I feel like they're all done by like
Too
the
much
4th.
pressure?
What about like music?
It's a lot of pressure. Music wise, I think it'd be cool to do, like, obviously I'd want it to be really good, but I think it'd be cool to do like, try to do like a single a month for a year.
All right.
While still doing like, still being able to like put an album out, but also just be like, okay, these are going to be like my off time, like my fun stuff kind of a thing. So song a month might be a good.
Now, do you release that on all platforms, or is this like a SoundCloud thing?
It depends on how good they are.
Really? Yeah.
What's your favorite platform to release your music on? I'm gonna judge you on this one. So.
Okay. I'm personally an Apple Music guy.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's where I always like to see it, because I'm like, this is my thing.
Why Apple Music though? That's like my.
It's all about that extra 0.0002 cents a stream, man.
Really?
Got to get that money.
Right.
That
Alright.
I think I have $40, in the DistroKid bank of
Hell yeah.
of streaming money.
You're welcome.
But yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, everybody. But yeah, I love Spotify's interface though, and like also now working at Starbucks, I get free Spotify Premium. So
Oh, really?
unintended benefit.
That's cool.
Was definitely okay with it.
That's cool. I know Spotify too. They allow you to get on playlists and things like that. So when you do release these single songs at a time, I think it ups your chances of getting put on these playlists. So it's good for.
Yeah, it's all about that like pre-submission and trying to find curators and stuff. It's crazy. You can like, I've definitely gone down the rabbit hole of like 5 hours of just articles of like, no, this is what you need to do to get 10,000 streams on this song. Like, this is the playlist. And yeah, it's a lot to kind of negotiate, but
Is DistroKid what you use to release all your music?
that is currently what I use to release all my music.
All right, cool.
I've been hearing a lot of plugs for CD Baby though.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Yeah, those
Alright.
are two good ones.
I don't know, maybe.
So you do have an album out.
I do.
Right
yes.
now.
It's been out for like a year and a half, I
Okay.
think, something like that. Yeah, definitely The Baby.
The Baby.
The first album, it's
All
like my
right.
child.
Yeah.
The song All Right, one of my favorites.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I don't want to put you on the spot. You don't have to do it, but I want to hear a little whistle tune from you.
Oh, a little whistle? Okay. I can do it. Someone the other day actually asked me, they're like, bro, did you one take those whistles? And I was like, it wasn't intentional, but I was like, yeah. I was like,
But then you just memorize it and you use the same one every time now?
I was just like, see, I don't whistle live because like sometimes like I think this microphone's gonna be okay, but like a microphone on stage, I don't know, like then you kind of just end up like and
Yeah,
like
I can see that.
nothing comes out. That should be fun for your audio levels later. Let's see if it works. All right, on the spot whistling. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We can do it.
Nice.
Let me
That was
see.
good.
I don't know if I have it. This might be a huge fail for the cameras,
That's great.
but
We love it.
this is my favorite when people are like, "Can you whistle?" I'm like, "Gotta do the Old Spice." Good. Old Spice, send me
Wow,
free
that was
deodorant. Thank you.
You're nice on those whistles.
We finally
bro.
have a
Okay.
sponsor.
Yeah. Yeah, sponsor all of us. Old Spice. We'll smell great in here.
Cool, man. That's awesome. So, like, going into the songwriting and the album and stuff, do you have any processes of songwriting? Like, is there certain steps you take or something to get in the headspace?
Something like we talked about before, like what you do first.
Yeah. In terms of like procedure, I'm always writing on. I shouldn't say always. Everything from the first album, though, for sure. Like writing on just like acoustic guitar or piano. Like I think I wrote. Which one did I write on piano? The one that has piano that I'm blanking on the title of right now.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, so I always like start acoustically and then try to kind of, even like we talked about before, that like take the principle of like if it's a bumping song like all the way stripped down, you can do whatever you want to it, and it's gonna be cool. In terms of like process, or just how it happened. I mean, like I had a couple songs. I had like Moments on a Wooden Fence since like high school. And that was like the first song that I really like wrote. And I was like, this, like, I could do something with this. And so like some of them are old, but a lot of them was just kind of came from just a lot of, drama happening at once and just kind of going through a lot. And it just kind of came out that way. Like most of them I was just writing in like my apartment living room, like in college. And my poor roommate who had to deal with me like scream singing at 3 a.m. He was great. Shout out Stan, love you.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Stan. But yeah, it was really cool, and it was a really fun process to look back on and be like, oh, these all were kind of like, there were some old songs, but like they're all kind of like from the same era. Like I always think an album should be like kind of a time capsule.
Okay, that's cool.
Like you should be able to be like, oh, that's what was going on when that album came out, whether it's yours or like Frank Ocean's. Like you should be like, that's what was going on when that album came out.
Do you get the same like emotions from when you're writing? Like when you said you're like screaming into the mic, like when you're practicing, just when you like listen to your song the next time. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Like if I were to listen to Disturbed right now, I'd be like,
middle school angst.
Exactly.
I had my Breaking Benjamin phase. That was great. Some songs do, some songs don't. Like I've kind of come around to the audience perspective of All Right now. Like to go back to that song where I wrote it as like a pretty mean, like spiteful, just kind of like, like tongue in cheek, like I'm all right. Like
I'm over you.
Like, yeah. And it sounds really cool. Like it's in D major. It's all happy. And like at the time I was like, it was a pretty like, just spiteful, like almost like a put down. I was like, I'm not a rapper. I can't just like drop a verse on someone, but that'd be fun though. But like now with that song, I've come around to be like, oh, it's happy. Like I'm like, no, this song's a jam, and like that's how I feel about it now. But
Okay, cool. That's interesting.
but at the time, definitely not.
That's interesting. I mean, that's kind of the vibe I got as well. Now, would you say there's any defining moments in your career?
Defining moments.
Yeah, any major obstacles or something that kind of woke you up that made you realize, okay, I need to.
Yeah, I think a lot of where kind of just like songwriting as like therapy basically came from was right before my sophomore year of college. My grandfather passed very suddenly, and that was he's who the song Eagles is about. Actually, he'll like send me bald eagles because he loved it. It's really cool.
So you see a lot of eagles, like that's actually.
No,
like,
I don't though. That's the thing. So like when I do see them, it's really like it can be like a you're doing really good, or it could be like a I don't know what's going on. And I'm kind of like, uh-oh, like what was that?
Kinda like a synchronicity or something. You're like,
yeah,
supposed to be here.
But I think that was a moment that was just like really hard for me, and like a lot of things just kind of came out through music. It was like it was an escape. I mean, yeah, it was therapeutic. Like that was, songwriting was far and away like my first therapy. Like I don't know what to do right now. I'm just gonna like
Express yourself.
try and find a way to express this and like.
You do a good job, man. Did you start with guitar?
No, I did not.
Like, are you a song or are you a singer? Are you like a guitarist or?
So I started actually on violin, and my mom started me actually when I was 4 years old, just, put kids in music lessons kind of a thing. And it just kind of stuck from there, and that's, what I actually ended up going to school for and all of that. But like then pretty quickly was like, and like, I did like high school theater and, sang in, my school only had choral music. So like I had to sing if I was going to like do music at school. But yeah, definitely did not start with guitar. That was always a kind of the other thing where I was like, oh, I like this a lot more. Like violin's kind of like, I don't know, you put on your tuxedo.
Right,
And,
yeah, more your cup of tea kind of thing.
Yeah, I was like, no, this is more. And even just like musically, as I grew in a different way, it was like when I play violin, it's like all the notes have to be where they're supposed to be on time and in tune.
Yeah.
And it's like if I'm playing a guitar solo, I could hit a weird note, and like as long as I can sell it, it's not a weird note.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and I just really like didn't have that. I felt like I didn't have the freedom there, and I was just kind of like doing my thing. But I still like doing it. I'll be playing Elf at the Carmel Civic Theater in just a couple weeks here.
Sweet.
Come on out if I'm in the pit. Actually, don't come see me. But it's fun though. It's
so you're
fun.
Gonna be an elf or dress up as an elf?
I might dress up.
You should.
I think I should.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll send you pictures.
Sure. At least
I'll send you
ears.
pictures.
Okay.
We
Dope.
can do a hat. We can do a hat, like the pointy hat.
Okay. Cool. So, also one of the first things that Ben and I noticed, like going on your page, kind of stalking a little bit, just checking you out, who you are.
Perfect.
Researching, taking notes. Yeah. No. There was a photo shoot, I believe with Bram actually, and you talked about your influence with Mac Miller. Is there a theme or a headset about that post?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a really weird, like, celebrity death, kind of, if you want to look at it that way for me. Just because, I mean, yeah, like I said in that post, I wasn't even like a huge fan when he died. I was just kind of like, wait, what's going on? Then I like super got into his music and was like, just like the relatability that he was able to convey of like, I mean, yeah, things I've struggled with, like just, substance abuse and like self-medication, all those kind of things that are just like, I feel especially as an artist, like you kind of have a like greater propensity for.
Yeah.
Just however, the brain works. I mean, I don't think that's like a coincidence that, all these artists have had these, had these kind of things come up. And yeah, that's kind of another eye-opening moment, like you said before, where I was like, it really doesn't matter where you came from or even where you're going or like how you're doing. Like you can just be, you can just kind of be gone, which is like equally freeing and like terrifying. Cause I don't know, it's like, well, I could die tomorrow or like this could all be great.
Yeah.
And like, you just don't know. And like, that's the thing. It kind of touches everybody. And he just conveyed that in a way that made me want to try to convey it in a similar way to like other people.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I think like, I don't know if you agree, but I think something you said, how there is kind of not that stigma, but that coincidence between, substances and a lot of musical artists and creatives in general, I feel like a lot of them kind of use that to express themselves further and then maybe get deeper into it before, like Mac Miller's story, it's a rabbit hole, you know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
it can, it could be bad, it could be good. You never know what's going to happen, but that's cool. That's cool. So where are you from, dude?
I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. So
You Cardinals fan?
I'm a bigger Blues fan.
All right,
but
I'm fine with that.
yes, go Cards. It was a tough postseason. But we won't talk about it right now. But yeah, big Cardinals fan, big Blues fan, St. Louis sports.
You still go home a lot?
Yeah, I try to get home. It works out pretty well. The nice thing with me having performances, because I originally came here to go to Butler when I was getting my violin degree, and just with all the concerts and stuff, my parents kind of ended up, like, it's a 4-hour drive. So they ended up, no, it's super easy. Just go right down Highway 70. So they ended up being in town, kind of like in between where school breaks were and stuff. So, yeah, I'm super close with my parents. They're amazing. All my friends love them. They're like, when are your parents visiting next? I'm like, I don't know. Hopefully not too soon. Sorry, guys.
No, St. Louis is tight, man. I've been there a couple times. It's cool. It's fun. I went to the Arc, and that's you have to book that shit like a week in advance.
Yeah.
Apparently, we just walked in thinking we're gonna go on this like cool little trip, sketchy elevator. No, we had to like settle for the little test pod in the side of the room or whatever and take pictures, act like we went up there.
It's so weird. See, like if you're from
Popular.
It is popular, and like if you're from St. Louis, you go once in like 6th grade,
Yeah.
and then like like it's a field trip,
Right.
and then you never go back again. But yeah, it's so weird. You go up in these little like, they literally look like eggs.
Yeah, they do.
And you're just kind of in there, and it's just like, like when it
tight.
turns
Do
sideways.
you even get a good view or what?
You do get a really good view.
Really?
It's really cool
Alright.
up there. You can see into Busch Stadium.
It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it would be really small and claustrophobic, but it's somehow not. So I don't know. It's the best way I can
It's like a
best way
little
I can
pod.
describe it. Yeah.
So do you do this? Do you do music full time?
No, not full time. Feels like I have 2 jobs. I think I said before. Yeah, just like working at Starbucks right now, paying bills, and a lot of music on nights and days off, that kind of thing. Right now, actually, it's funny. I joke every time I've had a day off, it's ended up filling with all just music stuff.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, like I don't work today, and then I'm just like, how did I have a 12-hour day? Like, what did I? And I'm like, oh yeah, this takes a lot of work. I have 2 jobs.
I feel you. Trust me, dude. I feel you on that.
So are you doing more live music than recording right now, or?
Yeah, I definitely want to in the next coming months. Nothing's super confirmed yet, but like I really want to play, try to do, a show a month, or just book some really cool stuff around town that that I would be excited for, that I'd love to get some people out to, and do that. I still want to put my second album out by the end of this year. Or not the end of this year, but the end of 2020. Not like, curveball, everybody. We're dropping an album. Heard it here first.
It'll be in the end of this year by this time this releases.
Yeah, by the time the release is made, whole album. No, end of 2020. But so I still want to do that for sure. But definitely the focus is trying to like play live and just reach more people.
You like the HiFi, don't you?
I do like the
You have a
HiFi.
live set on iTunes, I think.
I do.
Why the
That'll-
hi-fi? I want to know why the hi-fi.
Why the HiFi?
Yes.
Best sound. Best sound in Indianapolis.
Okay.
I'll say it. I'll say it right here.
You said it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I played on a HiFi New Faces night, and yeah, was lucky enough to have kind of all the pieces come together. Because as a solo artist, like there are kind of the 3 of us that recorded the first album together. Me, my keyboard player, Andy Greenwell, and then my drummer, and who also helped me produce it, Jordy Long. Like, there's always the 3 of us. And it's always like, okay, can I find a rhythm guitar player? Can I find a bass player?
Yeah.
And yeah, all the pieces came together, and that was a super cool show. So,
Do you, when you're finding these other people for like your band and stuff, do they do this voluntarily, or do they?
I
do
pay
you
my
set 'em up? You
musicians.
set 'em up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Do you need a hype man in like the background or anything ever?
Oh, that'd be great.
I'll just stand back there and be your hype man.
Even just like the 30 minutes before the show, just
He's
like
not
stand
cheap, though.
outside the venue, wear the merch, and be like, "Are you guys ready for this show?"
He's not
like,
cheap though.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
we'll,
Say I'm not cheap.
Yeah, you're not cheap.
we'll
No, I'm
negotiate.
not.
We'll negotiate. It'll be
Think so.
fun.
All right.
Cool. So what keeps you, man, like through all the, obviously you're working a lot, 2 jobs, you come across these obstacles and things about life. What keeps you pushing forward, being an individual artist?
That's a good question. I think like finding that one song, even if it's not that one song.
I think you just showed us that one song, to be honest.
I may have. That's gonna be cool, right?
I'm gonna try to steal from.
It's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be the random one that just like blows up, and then they're like, "What's this sad music on your Spotify?" But yeah, it's just like that, trying to find that one song, or like
Yeah.
just keep improving, because like that's not me trying to beat anybody. Like, that's just me trying to beat myself
Right.
and, like, get better. Not, like, beat in a bad way, but
Right. No, I get that. Like, even if you do find that one song, then you're thinking,
you got to do better
where's
now.
the next one song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I texted Jordy the other day and sent him a song that I had written called Touchdown. And I sent it to him, and he was like, this is the best thing you've written since Girl from Texas. And I was like,
GFT.
cool, time to do better.
Cool.
Like, just got to keep
That's
going.
just winning mentality, though. But that's dope, bro. I like that. I like that answer.
I do have a question about something that you wear
Something that I wear.
that I noticed on one of your music videos or your live performance.
Yes.
Your ring.
Yes.
Like when you're freaking shredding the guitar, I was like, there's got to be something story behind that ring or something.
Not like a story.
Just favorite ring.
Is it this
Just it is this one.
Yeah.
Get my nice dry cracked winter hands in there.
You got to lotion up, dude.
Oh, I know. It's all about it. It's getting bad. I hate lotion though. Anyway,
I do too.
lotion tangent ended. But no, that's just a huge thing that, like, I don't know why, but like all my like guitar idols, notwithstanding John Mayer, like they all just had turquoise rings.
Reminds me of like Aerosmith or something like that.
Yeah, Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin wore a ton of turquoise. Stevie Ray Vaughan always had like 8 turquoise rings on one hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even think that's possible, but he did it because he's Stevie Ray Vaughan. But that's the one thing I was like, if people are going to be looking at my hands, like,
What do you want on
I'm
it?
going to have one cool thing.
That's cool.
I like it.
That makes sense. Matches your eyes, too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Just something I noticed. So what?
Since this is on video, you can see me blushing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you're here. We're just here to, hype you up. What is success? What is success to you? Going back kind of like to that first thing that you just said, always getting better. Well, then how do you find success? What do you define it as?
I think success, I mean, they're the kind of things we can all look at as success, like, oh, you booked this tour or you played this show or like that. But I think for me, even like kind of back to the Mac Miller point, is like success for me is like providing the experience that like certain songs or like music as a whole has like given me in terms of like healing and just like, like you're going through something, you're like, I have to listen to that song. Like I want to give someone, like, even if it's just one person, like I want to give them what I've gotten from music. And like,
You want to help people.
yeah, I want to help people
That's
While
cool.
staying happy yourself.
while also,
Yes.
yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, but
awesome.
yeah, all about trying to help people and
That's
make cool music.
That's cool. So it's not really about the money as much.
Oh no, if it was about the money, I'd be in the very wrong industry.
Yeah. Yeah. I see exactly what you mean. Trust me. That's cool. So, I mean, if you had one message to give to these people that you want to help, what would it be?
One message.
Or
who
like-
you actually trying to reach out to? Like who like who is your audience?
Who is my audience?
Yeah. Do you have like, I mean, if that makes sense. Like, is there like a certain crowd you reach?
My Spotify statistics tell me 13 to 18-year-olds.
Okay,
So I guess really sad high schoolers. I'm trying to help them specifically.
So basically, we need to go around
that's a
and market
pivotal.
your
That
music.
is a pivotal point in your life, though.
It is, though. Like,
13
that's
to
the
18,
thing. You remember the
that.
music.
Yeah, you remember that for life.
I don't know. But
And they're about to have money when they're 18, and they can start buying your merchandise.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's a good
We need to do
spot to hit.
a high school music tour.
yeah.
There you go.
But
Justin Bieber did that a few times.
Did he
Look at him
really?
now. Yeah, he did. He was at our high school. I went to Greenwood, Southside. He went to our high school. Yeah.
So that's
No
that's what
way.
happened to you.
Look
huh?
at him now, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
From Greenwood High School.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was already rich and famous at this time, but he still did a high school tour.
Let's make it fans.
Yeah, just making fans.
500 instant. Oh my god, he came to my school. I'm not gonna not listen to his music now. Like,
Right. But I mean, I actually don't think I was there that day, honestly.
The impact was real though. He was
Yeah,
still there.
I heard about it.
He was still there.
I heard about it.
But yeah, I mean, I think if I was just saying one thing, even just to anybody, like with my music, and like in the same way that I look for that one song, it's like just kind of keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Just push through, like be good to yourself, but keep on keeping on.
Yeah, it's better than not doing anything.
Yeah. There's plenty of time to like lay in bed and do nothing, and it's
Yeah.
called when you're sleeping. Like, just keep doing the things. Keep doing the things.
Cool, man. So, I mean, it's kind of getting to that time. Is there anything you have to say? Last thing, promote yourself. Anything coming up in the next year?
You
Maybe
got a song coming out soon or anything we can look
shows
forward
coming
to?
up.
We got. I want to have a song out by. I want to say the new year. So about the time this will be coming out.
Cool.
It is tentatively untitled, but it is
That's a cool title.
mostly recorded. If I actually release it now as tentatively untitled, that'd be kind of funny. So yeah, I'm looking to drop maybe like 1 or 2 singles in like the first couple months of the year, and then have the album out by the end of the year, and just keep playing shows around town.
Right on, dude.
Love it.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on, by the way.
This
so
was
you know.
oh my god, thank
We
you for
really
having
do.
me.
Bobby, everybody.
This
Yeah,
is
this
you,
is a lot of fun.
yeah.
It's a
You
lot of
guys
fun.
can't see it. They have the whole Today Show setting.
Okay,
it's
so-
great.
All right, we got to wrap this up. Once again, shout out to Bobby Donnelly, Indie Star's best local musical artist of 2019. And thanks to everybody who's paying attention to this, watching us. We really appreciate the support. It's going to keep getting better and doper, so keep tuning in. Thank you, guys.